The next option that we have is to make the experience as socially engaging as possible. We talk a lot about social media, but we don't talk so much these days about the simple pleasure that we get from interacting with other people face to face and the joy that that brings. We're fundamentally a social species. If we don't interact with other people, we go insane. Depriving people of the ability to socialize is one of the worst punishments in any prison. It kind of stands to reason that the more pleasurable we can make the experience socially for our customers, the more they're going to like it. A fantastic example for me, particularly given the current kind of context and the discussion about House of Fraser this morning, is this little place here. So I found myself in a very small town called Lenox in Massachusetts a few weeks ago, in an even smaller bookshop that's just called the Bookstore. And when I went in there, I was greeted by this guy, Matt Tannenbaum, his name is. He looked me in the eye, he smiled, he struck up a conversation with me, and he asked me what kinds of things I like to read. He asked me what I was interested in. He asked me about my work. And then he started saying, "Oh, I think you're really going to love this one. Just let me go and get it." And before you know it, you're having a dialogue. You're talking about things. You can't help but leave that store not only with a smile on your face, but with a huge stack of books. Right? So anyone who is trying to play Amazon at their own game of just making everything effortless is missing out potentially on one of these huge opportunities that you have by actually having a store. Also has a wine bar, which probably helps in the store. But it's really no surprise that if you open this little book, which is called Footnotes from the World's Greatest Bookstores, his bookshop, which has been in business consistently, maybe had some good years and bad years, but has done very well since 1966, so seen a lot of change, is the first store in that book. Just goes to show how powerful building a sense of community or building social pleasure or social interaction with people can be. Most of the time when I walk into shops, London, New York, wherever, they act as if you're not there or like you're an inconvenience. They'd rather almost that you weren't there. You know, I managed to buy a train ticket from a guy at Heathrow Express to come into town, and he managed to conduct the entire interaction without actually looking away from the screen in his hand, which I was kind of impressed by, but also not that impressed by, because you're erecting a barrier to that person building a relationship with you. Really, really simple.